video is brought to you by Against the Flow of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi is a book about Jake Fayard, a Marine veteran who is unhappy with the political machine running the state of Mississippi. He decides to fight the corruption from the inside. Jake will face more challenges than he ever has and will stand up for what he thinks is right. His notoriously hot temper will push him to the edge of murder, along with his friend and brother Kobe Barhanovich. Together, they will fight the system and give the power back to the citizens of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi was written by Anthony Oksenholt and was published by Oksenholt Biloxi Publishing, LLC. A link to the book will be placed in the description below. Sailing Ixalib is one man's journey about rebuilding his 50-year-old sailboat, getting ready to circumnavigate the world. Thank you for joining, and I hope that you enjoy and learn from me, and I hope I can learn from you. Information on the boat: this is a 1974 Coronado Continental Drifters 35 foot, and y'all please like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you like the music, please check out my brother Ben Thompson, Barefoot with a Stetson.
All the dance moves your friends can teach. A frozen drink with a straw and umbrella, or a premium bottle from a nice wine cellar. A cup of ice and a little Sprite. You're getting ready for a fun night. Add some light rum and a little more, then passion fruit juice is your next pour. A little lime juice and you're almost done. Now a big shot of 151. You're drinking something that is insane. Enjoy drinking a hurricane. A pub on the wharf or a bar on the beach. All the dance moves your friends can teach. A frozen drink made with Bacardi, bare feet and blue jeans. Get ready to party. Cherry brandy in a cup, grab some ice and fill it up. Add dark rum and light rum too, and pineapple and papaya juice. Add sugar and get ready for some fun. The last ingredient is 151. Your senses will flood like a tsunami. You're about to drink yourself a zombie. A pub on the wharf or a bar on the beach. All the dance moves your friends can teach. A frozen drink made with Bacardi, bare feet and blue jeans. Get ready to party. Fun in the sun, party on the pier. There's nothing wrong with ice cold beer. Get a frozen drink made with Bacardi, barefoot with a Stetson and ready to party. Barefoot with a Stetson and ready to party. Frozen drinks, warm nights, feeling hearty. Raise a glass, feel the breeze, and you'll see every sip's a vibe when you're drinking.
Alright, y'all, so, you know, I've been seeing a lot of people, I'd like to call them Debbie Downers. It seems like, you know, if you're gonna have a boat, boating's all about fun to me. Look, I grew up in Biloxi, Mississippi. I spent my life on the Gulf Coast. When I didn't live on the Gulf Coast, I lived on the Atlantic Coast. Very small portion of my time of my life was spent in the mountains of East Tennessee. The even smaller part of my life was spent in Toledo, Ohio, and a real, like, almost blip amount of time was spent in the desert in Tucson, Arizona, where I've lived. But for the most part, I've lived on the Gulf Coast. I say out of the 41 years I've been alive, I'd say a good 30 plus has been spent living on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. And being grown up on the Gulf of Mexico, yes, I said the Gulf of Mexico, its proper name that it's been for the last 300 plus years. Don't get me started. I don't care what anybody says. Don't change my home. Being that I've spent most of my life there, right there on the Gulf Coast, boats have always been around me in some way, shape, or form. My life has been, I've always been near a boat. Either on a boat, around them, eating what comes from a boat. The bounties of crawfish and fish and shrimp and, you know, other oysters, other various, you know, seafood that I eat. Boats have always, to me, been a happy place. And, you know, not to mention that, you know, my idol, fellow Mississippian Jimmy Buffett, most of his songs are, you know, spending time on the water, on the boat, you know, they're happy songs. So, why wouldn't I be happy with my $1,000 sailboat? Okay, so yes, my boat literally needs everything. The list would be much shorter on what it doesn't need. I knew that when I bought it. I knew what I was getting into. I am okay with that. But I've been a member of a Facebook group, Sailboats for Cheap or Free, on Facebook. It's a group. And you see these people get on there and, hey, I'm looking for a cheap 40 or 50 foot sailboat. What do you got? And then you'll see all these what I call Debbie Downers. They get down on them. You can't do that. Do you know what you're going to have to do to that sailboat? Oh my God, you're going to have to do this to that sailboat. You're going to have, oh my God, no. Go, you don't need that. Go out here and go spend 150 grand for this sailboat that still needs a little bit of work, but you can sail it. And they will get so hateful is the word I'd like to use with these people. These are novices. Now, the only thing these people want to do is get a boat and go sailing. What the fuck's wrong with that? You know what Anthony wants to do? Get a boat, fix it up, and go fucking sailing. My goal, I'm sure y'all heard me say in my other videos, is circumnavigation. Well, how am I going to do that? I'm going to fix up a goddamn boat. If I bought a brand new boat, which y'all can tell what I do, I'm an over-the-road truck driver. I'm driving right now coming through North Carolina. I'm only home a few days a month, which actually makes things hard to redo this boat. But if I bought a brand new boat, unless I laid the plans out and it was followed to the letter, I'd still run through it with a Sawzall. Well, why would I run through a brand new boat that I just spent 6 or 7 figures on, which I don't, of money I don't have, let's assume I had it. Why would I run through it with a Sawzall when I can do the same thing with a $1,000 boat? Anybody want to answer that? What would be the point of me running through this boat with a Sawzall, this brand new boat? Why? Because I want to make sure my watertight bulkheads are where I want them. So if I, by chance, strike a reef and poke a hole, I'm not going to sink. Yeah, I'm going to fill up full of water, but I ain't going to sink. I'd like to know how to get down there to fix it. If I got a leaky pipe, if I lose something, break a cable in the steering, whatever. I'd like to know how to get down there and go, let me fix that. The stuff I'm doing for my boat, they don't do on even the new boats. But these are things that are going to make me, as a solo sailor, sleep better at night. Because they're going to be safe. They're not going to be, well, you know, next time we build a boat, we should engineer this better. There is no engineering it better with me. It's going to be engineered right the first time. I know this project might take 5 years. If I stay out here driving, it might take 10. I'm 41. 10 years, I'll be 51. I'm pretty sure I still got time. I might get done within a hair schedule. I might get out there and bust ass and start knocking it out. But I'm aware of what's ahead of me. I bought a $1,000 35-foot sailboat. I know fiberglass resin isn't cheap. Polyester isn't cheap. I know lumber isn't cheap. There ain't shit cheap about boats. Y'all know it and I know it. Bear in mind, I know it. Hardy board, when I redo the head, isn't cheap. Appliances that I'm putting on isn't cheap. Solar panels, none of this shit is cheap. If I buy it a little at a time, I buy it a little at a time. I'm perfectly fine with it. If I got to go home every other weekend or every third weekend and spend an entire 3 days on it, while I'm at home, instead of relaxing, give myself enough time to do my laundry, get a good meal, we go out there and go don a Tyvek suit, start cutting and grinding and, doing whatever else I got to do. Y'all don't think that I know that I have a lot of work ahead of me? Yes. Do I realize how much work? Yes. And I'm still doing it. Do I realize that whether I do something or not to the boat, I'm still paying $350 a month at the boat yard that it's going to? Yes. And you know what, y'all? I'm going to tell you the phase that I'm at now. I hadn't moved the boat yet. A week ago, I walked on my boat for the first time in 5 years. Almost 5 years, like 4.5 years. First time I stepped foot on that boat was last week. And it still hadn't moved. I'm working on how to get it moved. I got to move it 50 miles across the water. Well, I know it'll float because it's already in a bayou. I know I'm looking at about $750 to have it hauled out and sprayed off. I know this. And again, $350 a month, plus tools, plus whatever else I need. I need sails. I probably located a set. Yeah, I need a lot. But I'm going to make it happen. I am constantly tasking what I'm going to do next. And I'm okay with it. So if y'all see somebody trying to do what I'm doing, how about you support them, educate them. You can educate somebody without talking down to them. And do like your mama and them said and be nice. Y'all take care.